Hello everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. Look what I found at the grocery store today. I got a new vanda. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Couldn't leave it at the store. She is in this glass vase and I wanted to show you what it looks like before I hang the basket on the side of the glass vase. It has a lot of very thin little hair-like roots, and what's going to happen with those is those won't make it in a home environment. From what I understand, they are mostly just roots that grow while they're in a greenhouse. But do you see these thicker roots? These are the ones that you need to look for when you're buying a vanda like this. So lots of beautiful thick roots. I need to get these leaves out of this glass vase. I remember the first time that I bought my vandas, back in Valentine's Day, everybody was like, please get those leaves out of that vase. So I'm going to be working on this, trying to get this basket to hang on the side of the vase, and I thought I would just kind of show you how I do that. And I wanted to show you, this one's even getting a new leaf along with the flower spike. So yes, I need to be getting this out of the vase, and I'm going to do a 24-hour to a 36-hour soak on this one. So I'm really excited. Look at the color of this. It's just so intense and beautiful. Oh wow, I'm really happy with this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this whole thing. Oh boy, and it's stuck. This is a large basket. Okay, I might have to soak it out of here. Yes, the roots are just kind of stuck down in here. It is not lifting out. Let's try a little bit harder. It will not. So I'm going to be soaking this, because that's going to make the roots softer and more pliable. So I would rather do that and be very, very careful with this than try to pry this out of this vase. So I'm going to add some water to the vase and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to just fill this up with water. About to right there, so that the basket's not down in the water. Oh, do you see how the roots, look at the roots that are greening up already, you see? Let me show you what these roots look like. They've just kind of wound them around in the bottom of this vase, and I love the way these look up here. This is very artistic, the way that they have these wrapped. But the bad thing is you can't keep that basket down in this vase, or those bottom leaves are just going to suffer. They won't do well. Okay, so I'm going to let this soak for just a few minutes, and let's try lifting it out of here one more time. Okay, so I'm thinking there might be a root stuck on the wall of the glass. So I'm just trying to get as much water around these roots without getting it up inside the leaves. You see where the sides of the leaves are? I don't want to get the water in there. So I'm just holding on. Kind of like when I repot a fowl. Same kind of difference when you're trying to get them unstuck from a container. Do you see how all these roots are turning green? See? Beautiful. This is a beautiful, healthy vanda. Okay, now I'm going to try to unstick this. Let's see if it works. I might have to try it again or soak it some more. Yes. Yes, and this is what I've got. Whoa. Look at this. Okay, now I'm going to How do I start unwrapping these roots? Do you see what I have? Let's just kind of very gently. Okay, and these are over this leaf. Very gently around this leaf. Don't want to lose a leaf here. Thank you to my wonderful cameraman for helping me with this. I wanted you all to see this because usually every time you get an orchid, there's always something. There's always something different about them. And this is no exception. Wow, look at these roots. Okay. Let's soak these down in here a little bit. They're kind of unraveling now. Okay. Now, this over here. See how these roots are on top of this leaf? I'm going to have to clean that leaf too. See what it's done to that leaf? You see here? Okay, I've got to get that leaf fixed. And it's supposed to go up here. Now you see why you want to get them out of the vase. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. And now I have to make some decisions because normally when I've brought my vandas home, I have not trimmed these brown hair-like roots off immediately. I kind of let the vanda kind of acclimate to my environment and see what I've got before I start trimming these. But I'm not going to have room for all of this to sit down in here. Do you see? I guess I could. But I think that if I get rid of all this, like right here, this is dead. You see this brown thing here? It's not turning green. See how all my good roots, all my thick roots are turning green? This one's not. So I'm going to go ahead and trim these so that hopefully they're going to fit in this vase somehow. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so I know this, yeah, see how this has a, that's broken for sure. Okay, so I'm going to clip right there. And it looks like I have, by the time all these little tiny roots come off of here, it looks like I have cut someone's hair. That's what it reminds me of, these little hairline, these hair roots. See, they're very, very thin. And all they'll do is just kind of decay. This right here, that needs to come off. These little thin roots, they will wind their way around the larger roots. So you got to take your time and be very careful not to damage the good green roots trying to take these brown roots off of here. So I'm going to have to unravel that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back right to here because that's where the brown starts, and I'm going to just try to really be careful. That has grown between two green roots. So it's kind of like a puzzle trying to get these off of the plant. So just take your time, don't get in a big hurry, and be really, really careful with the plant. You don't want any of these nice green roots being damaged as you're working. Okay, so I've been trying to get some of these brown roots off, and I'm soaking these roots as I go, just kind of trying to get it, because I've got to get it back in this vase. Because I believe that if I soak even the brown roots a little bit more, they're going to get a little bit more pliable. Whenever the roots aren't doing what you want them to do, just soak them really, really good. They'll get soft. That definitely needs to come off right there. And this definitely needs to come off. Also, if you notice a smell coming from your basket, that means that there are some things in here that are not doing well, that are rotting, but I don't have that problem this time. With one of them I did, it had some dead roots inside this basket, and I had to really work in here very carefully with my scissors to get it to get those rotten roots out. But this one, the ones in the basket, they're good. So I'm going to continue to work with this and see if I can get it back in this vase. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of try to twist this around, kind of like the way they had it. See if that works. A lot of this is just, you can see how much I've cut off of this, quite a lot. So I'm just, that worked. Wow, great. Okay, now, here's the fun part. Some of the holes on this thing already have roots growing through them. You can't use those holes in the basket. So here's one that is open. And I'm going to just make sure there's nothing on the other side of this. No, there's not. Wow, so far so good. If I can get by with just one clip, I'm gonna be so happy. It looks like it's gonna stay. Yay. Okay. And sometimes it kind of has to fit itself down in there a little bit. Let's get this leaf out of here. I think that's good. I think that's probably about as good as I'm going to get it this time anyway. With just one of these hooks, that's great. And next, what I'm going to do is, I'm surprised this fit in there. I'm really, really happy. I'm relieved. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the foliage and get some of this stuff off of the leaves, but it looks really, really nice. Okay, so let me show you what I've done. I've taken just regular raffia and I put a stake on the outside of this glass. I used clear packing tape. See, that's all that is. Put the raffia around this stake that's holding up the spike over here, so it's nice and balanced in the vase. And I will be watching these roots to see which ones turn brown over the next few weeks, because I know some of them will. Some of these are still those real small little hair roots that I know I will lose, but I try not to mess with them too much until they get acclimated here. And in about a week or two, I'll go back and I will just clip those brown ones. What I'll do today is I will go ahead and fill the water level up to about right here, let it soak for 24 to 36 hours, give it a really, really good soak, and it will be good to go. So thank you all for watching this, and have a highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed day. We'll see you all next time.